Well, hello, Capricorn. How are you? This is your May 2021. So, Capricorn, the first thing we're going to start off with is the Seven of Pentacles for your reading. So, Capricorns, I see that now you are finally looking at the details. You are finally going to base your choices and decisions not only on what you hear, but on what you know. It's not so much about what they say, it's more about what they do. For a lot of you, you wouldn't be able to let go of something if you weren't willing to change. Right now, you're not willing to listen to any more gossip or get into any more battles. For some of you, you're not going to allow somebody to make you look bad anymore. You're not going to allow somebody to belittle you. You're not going to allow somebody to push you down. You're going to look for people that are going to pick you up, lift you up, inspire you, and encourage you. A lot of you have finally decided to make a better choice or decision. To make a better choice or decision on your road of life, so to speak. A lot of you wonder what people say or what people have said about a situation that you have been through. Something that kept making you so upset. It kept leaving you with the unknown. It kept leaving you lonely at many times. For some of you, somebody came into your life to steal your joy. They came in to take everything away from you that you had. For some of you, when you went into this situation or this relationship, you felt very confident, very secure. You were very happy. You were encouraged to show this person just who you are and what you're about. For some of you, somebody may not have been quite as excited to do the same. For some of you, someone may have kind of ruined your day. Somebody stepped kind of to the side. They stepped off course a little bit. Somebody was unable to make the right choices and decisions. For some of you, it didn't last very long, all the good things that were happening. Things started to get mixed up rather quickly. They've been off and on from the beginning. Some things have been hot, some things have been cold. For some of you, you may have walked down the street with this person and wondered why they didn't even hold your hand. For some of you, it may have been that you went somewhere with this person, but they didn't act like you were with them. For some of you, there was somebody that may have been badgering you or making you feel guilty for something. For some of you, one of your friends seemed to have a problem or an issue with you being with this person. Maybe that friend was single and they didn't feel like they were with you anymore. They felt like the third wheel. They felt like they were left out. For some of you, you saw the signs in the beginning that something wasn't quite right. So you tried to make some changes. You tried to put some energy into something, or you tried to take control over a situation. Although you smiled as you did it, you tried to get somebody to change their ways. You went into this relationship already trying to change somebody, which was already the first mistake. Because of the fact that this person wasn't exactly the way you wanted them. Or this could have been them trying to change you. Them trying to take away who you are. For some of you, you might have been dealing with alcohol issues, drug issues, addict behavior issues. For some of you, you may have had a mother or father who was an alcoholic or an addict. For some of you, you could have grown up with this all around you, this toxicity, which then led you to another person for your companionship who was doing the same. For some of you guys, you may have spent a lot of time out at parties together or drinking together. You might have met at a bar, at a club. For some of you, in the beginning, you thought, this is great. This is everything I've wanted. I'm happy. I'm having a great time. Until they started going without you. They started leaving you home. They started leaving you sad. You started feeling depressed. This person played with your emotions back and forth. You didn't know whether to dodge the bullet half the time or to be able to walk toward them. You didn't know whether to stay back. You didn't know whether you needed protection. For some of you, somebody could have gotten physical with you or pushy with you, demanding that you do what they want you to do. For some of you, you were definitely taking unnecessary risks with this person. You may have been doing things together that was very risky, things that could have been very dangerous. For some of you, it was even sexual acts, something about your throat and a rope or a tie, something of taking your oxygen, which could have been very dangerous. For some of you, this was because you were under the influence. For some of you, it's because you thought you deserved to be tied up or treated that way. It wasn't so much of that's just your choice of pleasure. It was more about somebody wanting to control you and showing you how close to death they can put you. For some of you, there may have been a birth, a pregnancy, a miscarriage, an abortion. For some of you, there may have been some deception here created. For some of you, this card is read differently today. This card is more about you looking at all the options that that partner had, and they weren't including you. See, the plan that you had for you and your partner to have a beautiful time together, it exploded. It went the wrong way because they were with other people. And you visioned that, or you saw that, or somebody told you about them doing that. For some of you, you had to deal with a cheater for quite some time. For some of you, it may have been just a season. It may have only lasted for a little while. And then things started to change, even though it looked really bad. For some of you, you wanted to get vindicated maybe, or you wanted somebody to appreciate you. You just wanted somebody to do their part and show you how much they care about you. For a lot of you, the number 13 means something. For a lot of you, there's definitely challenges that were set in front of you. For a lot of you, you may have went to your mother, a grandmother, an aunt, a family member, an older sister, somebody to help you to understand what to do next. For some of you, there was a gentleman who maybe is friends of your partner, and you went to them asking questions. Do you know if they're cheating? Do you know if they're doing this? Do you know if they were at work? Do you know? Do you know? This person was not going to tell you everything that they knew. This person was definitely going to keep secrets from you because they were asked to. This person was definitely not trying to let you know what was going on, so you may have sought the advice of someone professional. You may have talked to other friends or family members about the situation, or you may have tried to hide it by acting as if nothing was wrong. For some of you, your partner, as the King of Cups, continued to do what they wanted to do at their leisure. They didn't want to include you all the time. For some of you, you did not see this coming. You did not see this coming. For some of you here, you may be dealing with your partner's ex. You may be having to deal with them telling you that they're still sleeping with your partner. You may have had to deal with somebody telling you that they want them back. A lot of you are dealing with somebody, again, as the Emperor, who is very controlling. Somebody who wants to make the decisions and choices. Somebody who will do things when they're ready, not when you're ready. For some of you, there is a lot of opposition here. There is a lot of struggle, but there's also a lot of disrespect. For some of you, you can't be stopped. You're going to keep pushing up this hill, and you're going to keep going, and no matter what this reading tells you, you're going to still stay with that person, and you're going to deal with the consequences. For some of you, they may have spoken some negative words to you of disrespect. Maybe they have a lack of judgment. For some of you, you've been judged wrong or unfairly. For some of you, you haven't been given the credit that you deserve for all the work that you've put in. For some of you, unfortunately, you're wasting your time. That's why it keeps falling over. You're wasting your time. For some of you, this person may have a different nationality, a different ethnic background than you. That difference may make you feel very excited, very happy. It may make you feel that you're learning something new, which is wonderful. I'm excited about that. But for this person to dishonor you, disrespect you, be inconsiderate, that's not okay. I don't care what their background is. I don't care what their ethnicity is. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. No matter of what color, race, creed, it doesn't matter. For some of you, you're asking, is there anybody else out there for me? Will I always have to feel this way? For some of you, you've gotten through that tower moment. You were able to ride out that storm. Everything came crashing down all at once. For some of you, for one or two of you, you may have found out that your partner had a baby recently with somebody else or got somebody else pregnant. This was not a mistake. This was something they planned to do because they wanted, again, to be in control. So they knew if they got that person pregnant, they wouldn't go anywhere. And now they're going to come back toward you. That came in through gossip or news that you found out from somebody. When you confronted your partner and they stood up for themselves, they claim that they're the boss. They'll do what they want to do. None of your business. Don't worry about it. It felt like they left you on the outside. It felt like they kicked you out for a while because they spent so much time with this other person, helping them through the birth, helping them when the baby first got there, staying with them for a little while, maybe coming back and forth. You didn't know how this was going to end. For some of you, your partner had walked away. They are regretting the choices and decisions that they made. But luckily, because they walked away, you have a new love coming in the month of May. You have somebody new coming in that wants to share their dreams with you. Somebody who wants to break these chains, these bonds. You're not bound in here. You're not trapped anymore. You're not being disrespected. You're not being ignored. If anything, you're going to be released. You're going to go with this new person. For those of you who have been in that rough, rocky situation, you're going to have to make that choice or decision, though, very quickly, that this is what you deserve. You deserve to be able to make that choice or decision to be happy. You deserve to be able to turn your back on that situation that no longer pertains to you so that you can celebrate the happiness and the joy that's coming for you. Let me put this here. That is what's coming for you. For a lot of you, there is going to be a balance coming in because as the Empress, as you are, coming in as beautiful, as lovely as you can be, showing everyone what you're made of. With this new relationship that you may or may not be wanting to see, but most of you don't want to see the offer that's coming in. You don't want to see the escape route that you have. But the universe is in fact handing you this blessing. The universe is trying to say, take off the blindfold. Get your strength back. Believe in yourself. For your partner who wanted to have their cake and eat it too, has created a different family now or is going back with someone else. As they went back with the other person, they look back in regrets that they had to walk away from you. It almost was so close and so perfect at one point in time. But when you found out about the other situation, you had no other choice or decision but to make that choice. And because you made that choice, that person who is bringing you now the joy and happiness and offering you love, things are going to balance out. Things are going to be in your favor. You're going to be able to see things from a whole different perspective now. The bottom line is, for the month of May, it's going to turn out that you finally found the person that was meant to be with you. the person that deserved to be with you, and the person that you deserve to be with. You are special, you are amazing, you are beautiful, and you are whole. And you will always be enough.